Grief, your partner is amazing. Like, he's amazing emotionally, physically. Earlier this year, I had to have 2 brain surgeries. He stayed with me in the hospitals. He even washed my butt some of the times.
Damn.
But he wasn't working for a couple of months, and I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown, and I just want to know, like, how long.
Tell me more about this 24 grown. That's not me talking, that's the crowd.
So what's your question?
Basically, like, we haven't been out on any dates or anything recently, and I just want to know, like, how long do I wait before I feel appreciated?
This saying. And you don't feel appreciated. Can't win.
This is at the point that we have to acknowledge people's capacities. Because while you were in your season of being taken care of, he was the one doing the nursing back to health, right? And he could probably still be trying to regain his capacity for himself after spending his year taking care of you. And as you've gotten able to be better and, oh, I feel better now, I want to go on dates, he's trying to process what he just went through. So instead of you saying, how do I get to the space of me feeling appreciated, what have you done to show appreciation to your man for just nursing you back to health?
See, this is why we have a problem sometimes when we're just communicating with women. You have to be able to tell her, yo, you just wrong. That's nasty work. Full stop. If you're afraid to actually like shame people when they're deserving of that, you have a childish mentality of someone that is not deserving of that type of love, attention, and care. The fact that you are quick to throw him away shows that you are a product of this TikTok, social media, Instagram era, where it's all about what have you done for me lately. You'd had not 1, but 2 brain surgeries, and he was there wiping your ass. He was there giving you above and beyond care. But now it's, well, you don't got a job, and I want to feel like I'm appreciated. He should have earned a lifetime appreciation for you. Most women will get on here and talk about how when they go through a life-changing event, a medical emergency, how the man is nowhere to be seen. While you can push back, you can debate that, and there's no real numbers out there to say that, you have someone demonstrably, also from social media, telling you he cares, he loves, but because it's not the way you want it, it's not the way you envision, then it just always has to be wrong in that sort of light. Again, this is a thing that I'm glad she came up on this, hard show, and as much as I disagree with Ace Metaphor and his antics and how he's a good salesman because he keeps people coming, but you have to be able to tell people straight, especially women. That is wrong. Shame on you. You don't deserve to be with anyone. You have a young woman's mentality, and even a young woman understands it. Even a wild beast would understand when to be grateful for someone handing them some sort of food or taking care of them. Even in the wild, animals that don't have our cognition and our ability, they understand some error, some form of gratitude. How can you not? Do you have friends around you? Do you have family around you that think like what you're saying makes any type of sense? And lastly, where do you have the audacity to get up here and say something like that? Like with a straight face. Who around you has not checked you and said, baby girl, this is a bad idea. You need to go appreciate, you need to live up on that man and support him like he supported you. Full stop. That should be the conversation. But listen, before we continue, we'll let this continue. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Still trying to do 2 a day, even as the algorithm goes through its changes. We'll still show up, we'll still post, we'll still do what we got to do. So let's continue.
You said that you're 24 and you're grown, right? I think this is exactly where you showing your age at. I want to offer that you learn the signs of a good man. Because if you don't, you will become an of-age, mature woman that looks back at him and his wife and his family, and you say, I really done.
Before I got into podcasting, I was a registered nurse. And I'm going to tell you, the idea of love that we have in our youth is not real love.
That love where that person is incapacitated, can't wipe themselves, but that partner is there every single day hitting that call light, making sure I bring that meal, watching me wipe and say, you know what, you're not doing it right. Let me step in and do it. That idea of love you got exposed to at 24. You live long enough, you will outlive your money and your house and those cars. And sometimes your children, they get their own lives, they move to different places, and ain't nobody there to take care of you but that woman you treated right or that man you treated right. And
All right, it's a bad day when we got to agree with Ace metaphor, but he's absolutely right in this case. But my contention is it's obvious that she's wrong. It's obvious that she's got a lot of growing up to do. But if we don't, we've treated just like we look at children, and I'm not saying women are children, but the same way we realize that soft parenting doesn't really work. It not in the way that we intended. We wanted to validate our kids and their emotions and their choices and their autonomy. So we took we put the kid gloves on and we tried to raise them differently from how we were raised. And then we kind of see some of the results of that and say, okay, well, that's not really it. Well, many of the times when it comes down to critiquing women, we're very much with soft gloves. Even on shows like this, even when you go to therapy, there's not a confrontational style. And I realize that there are different ways that you can communicate with both genders that are more effective than not. At some point, maybe we should be looking at the data and saying there is a continued disconnect in valuing men's emotions and their feelings and their efforts outside of monetary sense. What can we do to correct that? Because what we've been doing, what we've been saying, our rhetoric has not made this any better. It's not working. You were not creating a class of women, a class of people, even on society, even on the male side, who understand that their value exists outside of money and not something that just in the very short term, hey, what did you do today? We've said it on the channel before, a lot of the times, and I picked this up from a psychologist, was saying that a lot of times when you have arguments with women and she's saying, you don't love me because of some argument right now in the present. In parentheses, you almost have to add in right now. I feel like you don't love me. We as men will go through the laundry list of stuff that we've done, that we've continued to do for you, that suddenly doesn't seem to matter. Whenever you get in an argument with a woman and she's complaining about something now, and then she's going into the bath and picking and cherry picking these things and ignoring the totality of the stuff that you do. It's because she's thinking about things right now in the present. That argument is right there in the present. In the parentheses, it's always followed by right now. I don't think you love me, or I don't feel appreciated right now. I'm going to ignore what you did, what you sacrificed in terms of helping me through these two all-important surgeries. I don't know if you're not going to get to the point where you're telling women, like you're talking to someone like men, and saying something, you're just effing wrong for that. Instead, we're talking about, well, you have to understand his capacity. No, you're effing wrong for that. You're an outsider man. You don't deserve that man. Full stop. Next question from someone else. That should be the response. Outside of you all getting up and spitting on her, but we just need to bring back shame. That's my point. If you disagree, if you got a better method, you got a better idea, let me know down in the comments. If you see videos on your screen, check those out. And let me know your thoughts about those in those videos, of course. And, and if you see videos on your screen, sorry, if you see videos on your screen, please check those out. But if you actually here at the end of this video and you haven't subscribed, I think you should. We're trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.